Hello everybody, my name's Bob. I just had rotator cuff surgery. Not a real fun thing, but I've learned quite a few things and I'd like to pass them on to you to maybe make your road to recovery a little bit easier. Now to begin with, I want to make a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, nurse, physical therapist, lawyer, grave digger, or any other kind of healthcare professional. Just a schmuck who's gone through this and has learned a few things and hopefully can make your recovery a little easier. A few things that I've learned. Sometimes it's taken me a little too long to learn it, but still in all, I picked them up. So, okay, this first video is going to deal with maybe preparation for whenever you're going to have the surgery. And hopefully you'll be looking at this before the surgery. If not, some of the things that I outline are still good for after the surgery, so kind of hang in there and look with it. So just a little description of the surgery. What happens in the surgery is you have your shoulder here, and there are 4 muscles that hold the ball into the socket of your arm, your shoulder, into the socket that holds there, stabilizes it. That's called your rotator cuff. And these muscles, can get a lot of wear and tear. And in my case, they have torn completely. One tendon has torn completely. And they don't heal back on their own, so it really requires surgery. And it's not a fun surgery. It's very painful surgery, so to speak. But I didn't experience as much pain as I thought I would. So they prepared me well for this. But in order to recover, it's very important that the tendons will adhere to the bone, because what the surgeon will do, he'll put a couple of holes in that tendon, put some line through there, pull it back, put a couple of anchors in there, and then pull around those anchors and pull that tendon back into place right onto the bone. Now, he cannot attach those tendons to the bone, and this is your job. You have to stay still, you have to keep that area still in order for those tendons to reattach. Because just imagine, you got a few little tendons attached there, a few little strands attached there, and then you do something and you bust them off, and can be repeated, so it can be very, very difficult. So it's your job to keep them stable. And so that's what I'm going to talk about, because it's very difficult to keep those muscles from activating. My doctor told me, he says, you don't activate those muscles at all. Well, that's not necessarily easy, but we'll go into that a little later. So what will happen, in order to keep those muscles from activating, your doctor will give you a sling such as this. You see here? And the whole idea of the sling is to bear the weight of your arm, only your arm. So anyway, you got to let the sling bear the weight. So what it is, stand up here, okay, cut. Okay, so you have this sling here, and you'll notice this is kind of a high-tech sling, and I kind of like this. It has a little pillow here to keep your arm away from your body, and that enhances circulation. You have the little belts here and so on and so forth. And what you're supposed to do is to let your arm rest in that sling. So your arm should be like a wet noodle. You should just totally relax the arm. Well, everything you do with your other arm is going to want to make this muscle activate. So previous to the surgery, I want you to start relaxing this muscle right here. Turn your arm into a wet noodle. And maybe you can reach for something with this arm, concentrate on this being a wet noodle. If you pull your pants up, the first thing you know, this shoulder is going to be pulling up. So you want to try to avoid that. Now, you're not going to do it completely, and hundreds of people have healed, or thousands of people have healed from this. But the more you can deactivate this shoulder, the more you're going to enhance your healing. So that's what you're going to try to do. So that's the one thing. Okay, the next thing we want to talk about prior to surgery is balance. And what's going to happen is you're not going to have the use of this arm. So you're going to go up a staircase, and you're not going to have this arm to hold onto the banister. You can't do it. Because if you do, if you try to support your body weight, it's going to rip that surgery right out, and it's going to hurt, and you're going to be screaming like a baby. So the point is to do some balance. Okay. I'm just going to show you a few balance exercises. Again, realize that I'm not an expert, but these are just some things that I've found. And even enhancing your balance, if you can do that, then after you're healed, that's going to enhance your lifestyle anyway. The better your balance, the better you're going to feel. So, first thing, if you're really challenged in your balance right now, because we've run the gamut of where we are, depending who you are, how old you are, what your other physical problems have been. So, the first thing to do is just walk a little more. That's all you need to do is just walk a little more. Another thing great for balance is dancing. You a little step like this, okay? You can walk backwards, okay, and take your heel. Okay, want to focus on the feet now. Okay, so you just walk backwards. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, and make sure you're able to catch yourself and don't try to be too fast. Another thing you can do is, if you can't balance on one foot, pick your foot up very slowly, and you're balancing on one foot for just a few seconds. Pick them up like that, little by little, see? And then, every time you do that, your balance is being enhanced. Then you can stand on one foot. See how long you can stand on one foot. Have your other foot ready to catch you. You don't have to pick it up too high. Just stand on the one foot. Other foot, and you'll see sometimes the balance on one foot is a whole lot better than the other. The balance on my right foot is a whole lot better than my left foot. Okay, you can swing your foot around just to balance it, and so on and so forth. So these are a few things that you can do. Use your imagination. Achieve your balance better. Now, you can go up steps. You can go down steps. And one of the points I want to make is that when you balance, your heel, you can't balance on your heel too well. That's not balancing. The front of your foot creates your balance, okay? The strength is the front of the foot. So when you go upstairs, you go up with the front of your foot. When you go downstairs, sometimes what I'll do is to go, I have a handrail here on my left side. That's pretty handy for going up. Okay, turn around, not too handy for going down. Okay, cross my arms, back down the stairs. I'm holding onto the handrail. I have the front of my foot on the steps, not my heels. Now don't try to go up the steps backwards, because you'll notice when you're going up the steps backwards, you're leading with your heel, and you're asking for trouble there. So you'll just have to, depending on what your configuration of your space is, to determine what you do. Use your imagination, think. But it's important to think about what your body is doing and what it's telling you to do. So, for the rest of the time, happy healing to you. I hope you have a great recovery and have 100% recovery. Thank you very much.